Alan Rothmell. He came in one day in a rally car, his rally car, and I said, "What are you doing in that, Alan?" He said, "I've started rallying." I said, "Oh, he said, it's good." He said, "You like it, it's interesting." I said, it really is good." So he says, "We're a club in Bradford, Airedale and Pennine Motor Car Club, and there's some good lads in there. Join it and go out and marshal on a few rallies first of all, and then get to know people." So I thought, it could be good now. I could be interested in that. I entered just club rallying to start with, and got a decent navigator, because you need a decent navigator. Call him Alan Marchant from Huddersfield. And we did the Airedale and Pennine rallies and Shipley Motor Club and local rallies, and we got to win most of them. We were quite good at it. He was good because he was a good navigator, and I could get from start to finish all right. And I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And then I got tempted then by better quality rallying, moving up different grades. So I went on to Ford Cortina GT. So I bought a Ford Cortina GT and entered that in a rally with Brian Marchant and won it. I thought, why have I been wasting my time with that Saab? Because this GT a lot quicker. The Cortina GT. It was a nice car. And then I was getting on, I was approaching sort of 35, 36, and I thought, I'll give it a go in a Porsche. A bit expensive, but I thought I'll give it a go. So with the Porsche, I won the International Circuit of Ireland. And then I always said that when I'm approaching 40, if I haven't won an international rally, I'm packing in. So when I won an international rally, I said, "No, change my mind, I'm packing in now." Because you're going to be downhill from now, Well, in between working in sport, I had a daughter, Leslie. But unfortunately, she died 2 years ago at 58, which was heartbreaking. But I had two sons as well, Ian and John. Ian being the eldest, and Ian came to work for his dad. He's only had one job, and that's at JCT. He's now managing JCT 600s, trade cars, and it's a big, big job, because we're talking about thousands of cars a month that he has to dispose of through the auctions, which when I first started about auctions, I was buying one car. It's so big now, we're the biggest customer at auctions in Yorkshire. And that's down to Ian.
I was born in Catterick Army Camp while my dad was doing his national service in 1957. I don't think we were there too long, and then we went to live in Buller Street, which is just off Sticker Lane in Bradford. And at the top of Buller Street was Tordoff Motors, Brooklands garage. And that was my dad's first garage, along with some partners. In them days, playing along Sticker Lane, well, no problem. You could play along there with your bike all day long, but I used to like having what we called guider carts, which was really just a piece of wood with 4 bike wheels. And you could get that going down Sticker Lane, turn into Buller Street, and try your best to get it as sideways as possible, just like my dad used to do in the rally cars. I left school probably about 14 years old. I hated school, I didn't want anything to do with it. All I wanted to do was come and work in the garage. So after a bit of an argument one dinner time with my mum and dad, I came home that night And Dad said, some good news for you. I said, oh, what's that? He said, you're starting work tomorrow, full time. I've had a word with the school and you've left. And that was one of the best days of my life.
And then John went to our accountants, Linley's, and served his time as an accountant. That's what his mother wanted him to do. And he pleased his mother by going to be an accountant. And then when we got this vision of a flotation, we thought it's a time to bring John in now on the ground.
Well, my JCT 600 journey began on the 2nd of October 1963, when I was actually born in the flat above the showroom on Sticker Lane. I've got lots of great memories, happy childhood memories of living on Sticker Lane. For those people who work on Sticker Lane now, it's fair to say it was a vastly different community then than it is today. Given the option, I would much rather have been either a rock star or a racing driver, but I didn't have the talent to do either. So I kind of got pushed by mum and dad into accountancy. Sounds a bit boring, is a bit boring, but just keep everybody happy is kind of the route I went down. There was talk of actually floating the company because back in the 80s it was the trendy thing to do, and I think there was lots of other motor dealers like DC Cooks and stuff like that. They were all floating the business, and it was, as I say, it was the trendy thing to do. Brian joined, and quickly, I think he very quickly realised that there's a lot of work needed to do in terms of bringing the accounting systems into the 20th century, because you know, the accounts were pretty much produced on the back of a fag packet every month in those days. And I think he quickly realised that he needed a bit of help in putting all that together. And right out of the blue, I got approached to see if it was something that I'd quite like to get involved with. I met Brian. As anybody who's ever met Brian will testify, he's a really engaging bloke. He offered to give me a big increase in my pay, which was quite handy at the time because I just got married. And I thought, why not? So I joined the business working alongside Brian Crowther.